Hey woman, have you been praying for your husband, or have you been praying about your husband? Today we are going to look at the difference between praying for your husband and praying about your husband. I know we made a video last time talking of how it is very, very difficult to change somebody. And there's some ladies that talked to me about that message. They were like, what if I'm already in that situation? What if I already got married to somebody and, I thought they were going to change. But up to today, many, many years, they have not changed. What do I do? Do I leave them? No, sister. You don't have to leave them. You do not leave them because marriage is a commitment. You are committed to that man the day you went on the altar and made those vows. So, the secret to somebody that is already in that kind of a situation, you need to start praying for that man instead of praying about him. What do I mean by that? When you are praying for your husband, it means you are praying, you are leading him to God. It is that kind of, you're doing it with love, and you are doing it from the standpoint of support, and you are doing it not stressed, but you are doing it trusting in God, that God says in his word, that word in the book of Proverbs chapter 21 verse 1, it says that the heart of the king is in his own hand, and he says that word, like the rivers of water, he turns that heart wherever he chooses. Therefore, if you have this word at the back of your mind as a Christian lady, and you are already in a situation where you got married to this man, you thought they were going to change. Maybe they were an unbeliever and you were a believer. You got married to them, you thought you were going to transform them to become a believer. Do not fight them. Do not quarrel with them about that. Go on your altar. Talk to your father. Talk to God about this man. Because, mark me, God is the King of kings. Men are kings in this earthly life, right? But the King of kings, who is the one who created that man that you got married to, he has the power to turn his heart wherever he chooses. So if you are praying for him, you are praying, relying on God, knowing that God is the one that can change them and not you. And I remember sometimes it might not really be certain things that are big. It might still be that you really chose this man. They are also a Christian like you. They are also a believer and staunch believer. Even, it might even be a pastor, But, everyone has their own flaws. So, marriage itself is an institution that is meant to be constant forgiveness every passing day. So, even if you knew that this man was your type, this was a man that you dreamt of, and every quality was that, but the moment you get in that house with that man, there are certain things he will do that you might not like. Are you going to say, today I don't feel like, and you don't love them anymore? No. Are you going to start praying about him? No. But one thing, you are going to be patient, knowing that he has his own flaws, and his constant forgiveness, that kindness. If you are a woman of God, if you are a child of God, first of all, you were already praying and interceding for others before being somebody's wife. Now that you are somebody's wife, the same way you used to intercede for others from the standpoint of that love, you will use that same strategy on your husband. And I bet you, sister, that man, it doesn't matter the kind of heart they have, they will change. if you do not fight them by yourself. He says we do not lean on our own understanding. We should not lean on our own understanding. In everything, we should acknowledge the Lord, and He will direct our path. He will direct you on what to do, on how to tackle every situation or circumstance in your marriage. So, sister, do not leave them because maybe they are not doing what you might be seeing. I remember when I just got married, there are certain things like, okay, water is here. Oh, why didn't you throw water? Why didn't you clean it? Oh, the clothes is here. Why didn't you? As young couples, maybe you're listening to me, it has happened to you too. That didn't mean that the man that you chose was not the man that you really wanted. Because those days you'll feel like, I didn't know this about you. But what do? Go on your closet. Go into your closet. Talk about it to your father. Say, I see this in this man, but this is not the man this is not what I see. This is what I'm seeing, but this is not what I expect. God, help him. You say God to help him, and not to say, oh, why is this man like this? Oh, God, why did you give me this man like this? Why did you? All those whys will not change him. But if you go from the standpoint of love, support, and uplifting him to God, then that change will come. Not you doing it, but God who did it. So what does it mean to pray about your husband? That often means you are so worried, you are stressed, and you're trying to control things yourself. Instead of shifting your mind, instead of controlling things yourself, you should shift your mindset. Pray for him with the hope and confidence that it will change. It changes everything. Trust me. Keep the faith strong and watch the difference that it makes in your marriage.